Come on in.
Is this really your place?
This is it. Mine and my roommates.
It's like in the movies.
Why don't you make yourself comfortable, Gina, and I'll get us some lunch.
Oh, I don't know if I better. I mean, I shouldn't have even left the office. It's my first day, and Mr. Martha might get mad.
Don't worry about it. Ross runs the company, Gina, but I own it. Okay?
Hey, darling. Hello. Look, I changed my mind. I decided we should talk it over. Vanessa, come on out here for a second. I'd like to talk to you. I just want...
Crazy?
I guess it must look a little crazy to you.
What's going on?
Tony, you know, I told you about the deja vu that I had.
Yeah?
Well, this wallpaper, Steve, this was exactly what I saw in my deja vu, exactly.
Hon, you probably saw that wallpaper when we were fixing this place up.
Oh, no, I didn't know. I saw this whole wall, the whole thing, just like you see it now. And Jim was here. He recorded the whole thing. He knows all about it.
Jim doesn't know anything. Nobody knows anything.
No, Tony, I know that the answer we're looking for is underneath this paneling.
The answer is with Piper.
Look, Miss Piper is responsible for a lot of our problems. I grant you that. But we don't know the reason, right? And the way we're going to find the reason is to strip all these walls back to their original condition. I know that.
Will you stop doing that, please?
Look, I know you don't believe in the paranormal, but please, would you trust me on this one? Just trust me. I know there is a force in this house, and I know it is leading me to this secret.
You're just tearing the place apart. That's all that's going on here.
No, I'm tearing a little paneling apart.
I like the paneling.
All right, we'll put it back up when we're finished.
I don't want to put it back up. See, I don't want it to come down to begin with.
What are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything. All right, I'm afraid that if you start ripping this place apart, you're going to weaken it structurally, and the whole place is going to fall in on us.
Tony, we're talking about paneling here.
But what if you don't find what you're looking for under the paneling? What's next? The roof, the floors, the ceilings, the rafters, the beams?
No, you're just making excuses.
I'm not making excuses.
Tony, just because you can't see something and touch it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
It doesn't mean it does.
There's scientific basis for what I'm going through here. Look, Jim says...
You know, I'm real sick of hearing what Jim says. This isn't his house, and it certainly isn't his lab.
He's trying to help us.
Then why doesn't he just help us move out?
We've been through that.
Don't you... I'm afraid this house is going to take you away from me.
You leave the paneling where it is?
Sure. Whatever you want. Where are you going?
Karate school. They get a heavy bag over there that I just love to pretend is Susan Piper.
What is all this? You setting up house here?
Did you get the requisitions I sent you?
Yeah, I got them. That's why I'm here. I want to see what the foundation is getting for its money.
Well, believe me, they're getting their money's worth.
I'm not here to pass judgments. I'm here because I'm interested, that's all.
What do you want to know?
Well, I'd like to know, what are all these contraptions?
It's a generator, a random number generator.
What does it do?
It has a lot of functions. Right now I'm using it to run some tests on psychokinesis.
Dr. Reardon, this all looks like a doctor's office.
Yeah, well, I'm monitoring EEG and REMs on a telepathy study. This thing can measure heart rate, blood pressure, respiration of a person's anxiety level, using this in conjunction with the biofeedback and the isolation tank. You with me so far?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. But, let's get something straight. What practical application does all this have in the commercial world?
Vanessa?
Daddy, what are you doing home?
Well, hi, darling.
Hi. Uh-oh, what happened?
Oh, God, I'm just like a bull in a china shop today.
Oh, well, we better get cleaned up.
No,
before
no.
Vanessa
Let the maid do it. That's
Oh,
okay.
Daddy, your wedding picture's ruined. Vanessa's really gonna blow a fuse.
Well, we'll just get another print made, darling.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Nothing at all.
What's that?
Oh, never mind.
Got my name on it.
Darling, no, just leave it alone, okay? Go get the maid and we'll clean this up.
Daddy, something is wrong. What is it?
Stepmom. She done taken leave of her senses.
What happened?
Let me read this and find out.
Vanessa's left us. Why? Daddy, why did Vanessa leave?
I don't know why, darling.
Well, did you two have a fight? Was she mad about
Look, I
something?
just said I don't know. What did her letter say?
Just that I should be good and to take care of you.
Let me see.
This is great. You know, when things are just starting to get good, I'm finally getting my life back in shape, and here she goes and takes off on us. I don't understand it. You two love each other. I know you do.
Yeah, well, maybe love just ain't enough for her.
What more could she want, for heaven's sakes? She's got everything a woman could ask for. The most wonderful husband in the world, Daddy. She's got this beautiful house, she's got beautiful things, and she's even gonna have a baby. Oh, Daddy.
Oh. Everything's gonna be all right, darling.
It will, you're right. You know, it's just like when Mama died. It was just the two of us, and we made it okay. It'll be the same this time.
No, it's not gonna be quite the same, darling, because Vanessa's gonna come back.
Yeah, she will. You know, she's probably just feeling all the heat right now. It's like that when you're gonna have a baby. You know, every little thing gets to you. And remember how I was when I was pregnant, just crazy?
Darling, this is all Reva's fault.
Reva. Oh, God, I hate her! You know, she's not gonna get
No, no, hold. Just hold.
The witch is at the bottom of everything.
Hold on a second.
I'm not going to let her get away with it.
She's not going to, darn. Vanessa's going to come back. She just went away for a little while. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. Hey, you know how Vanessa gets. She'll be back real fast.
How fast?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
Is there anything I could do?
Tell you what, why don't you just do like Vanessa said in the letter and take care of your old dad, huh?
I would, but I don't know how.
Well, I'll tell you what you can start off by doing.
What?
Just go ahead and have that cook rustle us up a big old lunch.
I don't feel like eating now.
Well, you gotta eat. Gotta keep on going. Hey, Vanessa might even be back for lunch.
I'll set 3 places.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too, Pumpkin. I love you. You're gonna get out of here. Hey, Henry, this is Billy. I want you to get over here right away.
Doctor, what are you doing in my filing
I
cabinet?
am looking.
It's a mistake to cross me, Dr. Ramsey. Other people have tried and have lived to regret it.
Anybody here?
I warned you before, Tony, never let your guard down.
I won't again.
You're out of practice. You should get back into shape again.
Yeah. Well, I've been meaning to. There's just kind of been a lot of stuff going on, you know?
There's a karate championship in 2 weeks. Why don't you enter?
What for?
Your mind and body are out of harmony. It would do you good to center your energies.
Well, I'd have to agree with you on that.
Then it's settled. I'll help you train for the tournament.
Oh, I don't know, John. Training like that takes up a lot of time.
It'll be time well spent.
Not sure my wife would agree with you.
That may be part of your problem. Annabelle's a beautiful distraction.
Yeah, I wish she was the only one.
Tony, what's going on with you?
You know I told you about that guy that broke into my house?
You haven't had any more trouble with him, have you?
No, not directly, but... It's all just kind of weird, you know?
Tony, we've been friends a long time. You know you can tell me anything.
Yeah. Annabelle, thinks our house is haunted. You know what I'm talking about?
Not exactly.
Well, she thinks she's been having some strange experiences.
Like what?
Like feeling ice-cold spots in the middle of our bedroom when it's 90 degrees. Like seeing rocking chairs rock when there's not people in them. And like seeing wallpaper that's not there 1 minute and then all of a sudden it is. Well, like I said, it doesn't make much sense, you know?
It makes a lot of sense if you ask me.
How do you figure?
I remember when you and Annabelle were first going out, she went through some pretty traumatic things.
Yeah, but this is different, John. She's not having any headaches or blackouts or anything now.
Don't be too sure, Tony. Great tragedies can linger in the mind forever.
Are you enjoying that, Gina? It's good?
I didn't know that you could have a whole meal delivered with napkins and forks and knives and everything.
Sure you can.
We always just get pizza.
Yeah, well, you get special meals for special people.
Well, I won't be special for very long if I don't get back to Spalding.
Oh, no, come on, forget about that. We have to have dessert.
Dessert?
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'll be back in a minute. Whoop, stay on there.
Hello, Mom. This side of paradise.
Gina, put that back.
I wasn't gonna hurt it.
I'm sorry. It's got a lot of sentimental value.
Yeah? I thought just things like jewelry had sentimental value.
No, it was given to me by somebody that I cared a lot about.
A girl?
No, Gina, not a girl. Come on, sit down. Let's have our dessert.
You read all those books up there?
Yeah, I've read most of them, one time or another.
It took me 2 whole years to read The Other Side of Midnight.
Well, I had to read a lot of them for courses at the university. Like the one that I had with Lou Jack, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember when he started going to that, we all thought it was real weird.
Well, I guess it was kind of weird for him at first. You know, that kind of changing is sort of hard to do. I'd like to help him if I can.
It's really great how you two are getting along so good.
Yeah, it really is. I hope we can keep it up.
You know, you ought to go in with Lou Jack on Floyd Parker's new club.
Floyd is opening a new club?
Don't you know?
No, I hadn't heard about that. Tell me about
Didn't I tell you?
No.
I thought I told you. I just
Gina?
forget things
Gina?
like lessons.
Gina? Tell me about it.
Well, Floyd, he's opening this new club, see,
Mhm.
and he asked Lou Jack to put some money into it.
What did he say?
Well, he doesn't know. He said he wanted to think about it, and he'd let Floyd know about it when he got back from the beach.
The beach?
Yeah. Lou Jack and Beth took off last night for a vacation at the beach.
Believe me, I'm not trying to make trouble. I just want to know more about the nature of your project.
Mm-hmm. As it applies to profit-making?
As it applies to anything.
Look, I'm doing research here, pure research. It doesn't have a practical application.
Okay, fair enough. But what you're researching is the question here.
And you know that, parapsychology.
Considered by many to be a pseudoscience.
And considered by many to be a long-overlooked science.
You know, I worry about your reputation, Reardon. It's already suffered from the censure proceedings.
Well, if that's all, then worry no more. People are always willing to overlook an eccentric scientist.
But not a mad one.
What do you think about parapsychology?
I don't. I mean, well, it's something I'm not familiar with.
Well, then, we'll have to make you more familiar with it.
Well, how are we going to do that? What are you going to do?
We're going to test your ESP.
I'm afraid I'll flunk.
Well, we'll try, huh? Come on, take a guess. What color? Red or black?
Red.
Try another.
Black.
Guess again. Come on, 2 more. Concentrate.
Black. Red.
Wrong. Wrong on all counts.
Well, I guess that proves I'm not one of the clairvoyant.
On the contrary. There are only 2 choices. Odds are you should have gotten 2 right. I mean, there's a 50-50 chance, but you didn't. You got them all wrong.
Mm-hmm. So what's your point?
In order for you to have gotten them all wrong, you would have had to know the right answers to begin with, which you didn't. That's what's known as negative ESP.
And you're saying that's what I have?
Possibly, yeah. I'd like to test you further.
I thank you. No, some other time, perhaps.
Look, Andrews, I want you to take this research seriously. Now, I know the Baroness promised me you wouldn't interfere, but it'd make my work a whole lot easier if I knew you were on my side. Come on, try it again.
Red.
Jim, I just had another breakthrough. You've got to come with me.
What happened?
I tore down the paneling and I found the wallpaper.
An exact match?
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on, I want to check this out for myself. Come on.
Wallpaper. What have you gotten us into now, Dr. Reardon?
You know why I called you over here, don't you, Henry?
I was expecting your call.
I want to know where Vanessa is, and I want to know now.
May I please come in, Billy? I do not want to discuss family matters in front of your neighbors. Thank you.
Okay, Henry, where's Vanessa?
I can't tell you.
You can't tell me or you won't tell me.
She has asked me not to.
What the hell's gotten into her, Henry?
You don't know?
I know that she is my wife and I love her.
Well, she loves you too, Billy.
Well, then why the hell'd she leave?
You have allowed too many things to come between you.
I don't care what's come between us. In Oklahoma, a wife does not walk out on her husband.
Billy, you are not in Oklahoma. And that kind of frontier chauvinist thinking is a thing of the past.
Are you telling me this is all my fault, Henry?
No, I am telling you to get control of yourself and stay calm and just examine why Vanessa left.
I don't have to examine why. I know why. Vanessa's uppity because she's having a baby, and her hormones are all out of kilter.
Oh, our hormones have nothing to do with it. Although the baby may have.
Okay, what about the baby?
Did you read her letter?
Of course I read her letter, Henry. How would I know she'd left?
Well, then you should know that she's concerned about the baby's future.
Well, if she's so concerned about the baby's future, why'd she take him away from his daddy?
Because she doesn't know what's happening with her baby's daddy. She doesn't know whether she can depend on you anymore.
Oh, come on, that's hogwash.
Oh, is it? Is it? You haven't seen very much of her lately. You've been making important family decisions without consulting. And as for your obsession with Reva...
Now, Henry, I think these are all just excuses.
All right, all right. If those are excuses, then what's the real reason for her leaving?
There isn't any reason. I want her back.
Billy, I want you and Vanessa to be together as much as you do. In the good times, you made her happier than anyone ever has. But you've got to understand...
Look, I don't have to understand anything except where Vanessa is now. Tell me, are you going to tell me where she is or not?
No.
And then I think you better leave, because we are just wasting each other's time.
Billy, I'm sorry to have to say this. I know you and Vanessa love each other. But I can see now, she made the right decision.
That's enough for now.
Oh, you always say that when I'm just getting warmed up.
This proves that you're in shape for the competition. Even more aggressive than usual.
Well, I figure I got a right to be with that guy breaking in my house and everything else that's been happening.
You still have no idea who the intruder was?
No, but I'm sure he has something to do with the lady that sold us the house.
A real estate agent?
Oh, yes. Susan Piper from the infamous Piper Agency. Some lady. She sold us the house, and all of a sudden she turned around and wanted it back. She had a guy come in, paid a guy to come in and tell us that it was condemned. Then I'm sure she had something to do with the title disappearing. Oh, you'll love her last one. We come home one night. She's got a dummy sitting in our rocking chair in the living room there, dressed up like some guy from 100 years ago. Now, I got no proof, but I know it was her.
But why?
I don't know. You know, I think to scare us out of the house, but like I say, I got no proof. John, I know I asked you this before. You know anyone in town who's fond of shurikens, might throw one at me in my living room?
You're talking two different mindsets, Tony. Karate's a defensive discipline, a skill of peace and harmony. The star is an object of violence and death. No self-respecting martial artist that I know would even think of using such a weapon.
Well, this guy didn't seem to bother him much either.
I don't like the sound of any of this, Tony. I don't know if it's a real estate agent that's after you, but somebody is. And if you ask me, you ought to get yourself and Annabelle out of that cottage. For your own safety.
There's more than enough ammunition here. Annabelle Reardon is going to regret the day she ever laid eyes on
Jim, what can I do?
Give me a sample of that wallpaper.
What for?
I want to carbon date it, determine its age.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I promised Tony that I wouldn't touch that wall.
Annabelle, I just need a little sample. You can grab it from that corner right there.
No.
Come on, I'm not going to ruin the wall. Nobody will even notice.
Tony will notice.
All right, look, what's going on here?
Jim, Tony and I got into it about this paneling, and I promised him that I wouldn't touch it.
All I want is the sample, then I'll put the
He
paneling
doesn't
back.
want you taking samples. He wants to forget this ever happened.
Why is he being so bullheaded about this?
Because he doesn't understand.
Well, he's not if he doesn't try.
Look, do you really need that sample?
Yes. Yes, the answer to this whole thing, this whole mystery could be behind that paneling. You know that as well as I do. Now, the only way I'm going to be able to find out what it is if I'm able to do my research properly.
Jim, I didn't tell you. I had another deja vu.
Just like the last one.
Yes, but much more complete. See, this time I saw the whole room. And I also saw some things that really didn't go with what I'd seen before.
Like what?
Well, there was this painting. It was very colorful and tropical looking and kind of primitive. And there were some, like, woven hangings, fabric type things. But these things weren't Victorian.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, I went to touch the painting.
What happened?
It disappeared. The deja vu was over.
You see? You see, we have no choice. We've got to find out what's behind this paneling.
You gonna finish your dessert? Your dessert, are you gonna eat it? Thanks.
So Lou Jack took Beth to the beach, huh?
Yeah, romantic, huh?
Yeah, he's a regular Romeo, that boy.
You're not so bad yourself, Philip. You know, handsome boss, takes the secretary to lunch.
Well, I certainly wouldn't want to take advantage of an employee, though.
You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't want to do that. See, you, Gina, you know you're a very beautiful girl, but my attraction for you is, it's really more than physical.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's ever wanted me for my mind before.
Gina, I have a present for you.
A present?
Yeah. I'd like you to have this. This is Shelley. I think you might like it.
Wow. I'll be up all night reading it.
I'm sure you will, Gina. That's great. You know, we better get you back to the office before people start talking.
You know, you're the first man who ever worried about my reputation.
Well, we don't want people getting the wrong idea, do we? Gina, thank you very much for coming by. It was very sweet of you, and I had a great time. I really did.
Thank you, Philip.
Uh-huh.
This is the most wonderful lunch of my whole life.
It was great, wasn't it? I'll talk to you, okay?
Thanks, Philip.
You take care, Gina.
Bye.
Bye.
Tut, come on in.
All right, I've been trailing Reva Lewis all over town. She's been as pure as the driven snow, but I think that snow's about to melt.
No, ho. Something else has come up, something much more important. I'd like you to get on it right away.
Well, all right, shoot, what is it?
My wife, Vanessa, she's taken off. I don't know where she went, but I think that her father does, so I'd like you to put some surveillance on Henry Chamberlain. I'm pretty sure Vanessa will try and contact him.
All right, as soon as she does, you'll know it. Now, when I find her, you want me to bring her back here or what?
No, I just want to know where she is.
All
That's
right.
it.
All right, you got it. I'll be right back to you.
Good. Vanessa come back, she's gonna have to come back by herself.
How did you get in?
Appearing and disappearing are two of my professional skills.
Well, I wish you'd use your professional skills with a little more discretion than you did at the Reardon cottage.
Tony didn't recognize me.
But he could have. I told you to be sure that there was no one home before you broke in.
How was I supposed to know he would show up when he did?
Well, perhaps you should take a few lessons in extrasensory perception from his little wife.
Don't worry, I'm taking care of everything.
You are taking care of nothing. You nearly wrecked all of my plans. We're taking up a new strategy.
But I just came from a session with Tony. They're near the breaking point, I'm sure of it. One more attack will put them over the edge for good.
There will be no more violence.
But
no buts about it. I have a new plan and a new weapon. We're going to get the Reardons out of that cottage, and we're going to use Mrs. Reardon's past to...
Yeah. Mindy. Hi.
Hi. Is Rick here?
No, I think he's at the hospital.
Oh. Well, maybe I'll try him there.
Something wrong?
No. Everything's fine. Daddy said it would be, and it will. You had somebody over for lunch?
Yeah.
A girl?
Sorta, yeah.
Beth?
No, best out of town.
With Lou Jack?
Bingo.
Well, you must feel terrible.
I feel okay.
How can you?
Come on, Mindy, give me a break. I'm over Beth.
After everything you two went through?
Well, things change.
I don't understand people. They get together, they fall in love, and everything's wonderful. But then it falls apart. What goes wrong?
Wish I knew, Mindy.
I know, it just doesn't make sense to me. If two people really love each other, they should stay together forever. But they don't all the time. They break up and it's all over. Almost like it never even happened. Well, I better go see if I can find Rick.
How time you came by?
Okay, thanks.
See ya. No, it's not over.
What?
Jimmy, I've made a decision. Oh, hi, Mr. Andrews. How you doing?
Hello.
Have you seen my brother?
Yeah, he was here about an hour ago when he left with your wife.
What was my wife doing here?
I'm not sure exactly, but it had something to do with wallpaper. Black.
Jim, don't stop.
Annabelle, come on, I have to.
No, I promised Tony.
Hey, Tony is blocking important research.
I know, but I promised him, and I can't go back on my promise.
Even if this thing puts the two of you in danger, come on. Now, somebody's trying to get into this place. They're trying to get you out of this house. For some reason, and that reason could be behind this paneling. Now, the longer that Tony holds out on this, the two of you could be in danger.
I know. What am I gonna do?
You want to know the truth?
Yeah. But I don't want it to cost me my marriage.
What are we going to do with Annabelle Reardon's past?
We are going to convince her that she is losing her mind.
Should be easy, but boring.
It's simple, safe, and effective.
You're the boss. Looks like I have to get my kicks elsewhere.
Well, I think that can be arranged.
This has been Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Lily Rubin Salon, South Southwest, and Barney's. Jewelry by Stephen Dweck. Be sure to be with us tomorrow for another full hour of Guiding Light.